Hey, happy Wednesday to you. I'm here in the sanctuary to share with you about how we're going to kick off our season of Lent. That starts next Wednesday. That's Ash Wednesday, February 17th. We'll have a service here in the sanctuary at 12 o'clock. For those who are able to attend in person, we'll also have an online option as well to worship from home. And I just want to say you don't want to miss this because we're going to have a special emphasis this Lent. But I do want to say, if you come in person, for safety reasons, lots of churches are not doing the imposition of ashes this year, and we won't be doing that either, but we'll still be having a faithful, worshipful time true to the season and the spirit of Lent. And in the past, we as a church have done some book-wide studies. We won't be doing that this year across maybe our classes, but as an option, I want to invite you to a study that I'll be leading. But before I do that, I want to share something with you. The reason I'm in the sanctuary, or one of the reasons, I'm standing here in the pulpit, and there's something that I see every Sunday that I come up, or any preacher that's been here or will be here has seen this little plaque. And I'm going to flip this around, and hopefully you can see it, right? It says, "Sir, we would see Jesus." So I really hope that came through. This is a quote from John chapter 12, where it says some Greeks approached Philip and said something like this. Your translation might have it a little differently. And, as a pastor, and, usually I'm preaching to Christians from here. And so obviously, yes, we want to see Jesus. We need to see Jesus proclaimed in the words that we read and we say and sing. So yes, we Christians desire to see Jesus, but this passage kind of expands that scope because these were Greeks. There are some different thoughts of what kind of Greeks they were, but one of those interpretations is that they were Gentiles that maybe had heard about what was going on and they wanted to know more. They wanted to learn more about Jesus. And it kind of makes me think of, there are people in the world that want to know more about Jesus. Now, they might be really put off by organized religion. They might be put off by the outrageous behavior of Christians, but they want to know Jesus. And what's kind of humbling is that you and I might be that best shot to show them Jesus, to share Jesus with them. Because whether we realize it or not, people that know that we're Christians are watching and listening to what we say and what we do. And so we have to ask, are we showing them Jesus? Well, in 2018, Ed Stetzer published a book called Christians in the Age of Outrage. And maybe this is more relevant than ever. Let's see. There we go. I'm sorry if that's backwards. But the reason this has really struck a nerve with me is because it seems like everything out there is meant to provoke us, to get a reaction. I mean, obviously politics, right? That's the easy one. But now it's just the news, the media machine. Everything is meant to get a reaction from us. But that's bled over to business. It's bled over to entertainment. It's bled over into sports. I mean, yesterday, I was outraged that the Mavericks had lost 7 of their last 10 games. Okay, outrageous, especially with Luka. Come on. Today, the outrage is all about the national anthem. So I'm not getting into that today. I'm just saying the outrage is everywhere. It's a machine. And so recognizing that I can't control the headlines, and I'm not going to change or control this successful method of grabbing attention, clicks for articles. I have to ask myself, what can I change as a Christian? What do I have control over? What is my witness to an outraged world, or the subtitle to this book, How to Bring Our Best When the World is at its Worst? So bringing this back to Lent, during Lent, it's popular to give up something with the goal of replacing that with something else that's spiritually beneficial. And Every year I kind of joke about people giving up chocolate or soft drinks, God forbid coffee, right? Because a lot of those things, if it's good for you to give up for 6 weeks, then it's probably good just to give those up all the time. So I'm always thinking, what is something more effective? What's something more powerful, beneficial? What's something that's more kingdom focused? And so that's the challenge I'll be taking up this Lent and then beyond. After Easter, this will keep going on. And for the sake of the kingdom, I'm inviting you to journey with me because I have a lot to learn. I'm not an expert in this, but I want to learn. Because I've learned the answer is not solitude. It's not becoming a hermit. It's not silence. But it's definitely not ramping up our outrage to outrage the world. You can't do it. It's impossible. And so using scripture, and I think the real wisdom from Stetzer's book, he is a pastor, I'm going to share the diagnosis of this, what I think is a spiritual illness, but also there are scriptural remedies for this. And so Ash Wednesday is going to start with the message called "We Wish to See Jesus," right? Taken right from this plaque that I see every Sunday. And on the following Sundays of Lent, we'll ask 6 questions. What do we believe? What is our purpose? How do we see others? How do we respond to wrongs? Because we do need to respond to wrongs. How do we engage the world? And how do we engage our community? And so the purpose of this series aligns perfectly with our mission statement, which is to transform life by glorifying God, following Jesus, and loving our neighbor. And this topic is one way of doing that. It's a big way of doing it that the world sorely needs. And so also we will have an online book study. It's called Christians at Our Best, a 6-week guide to living in the age of outrage. And we'll be doing that book study online. We'll be sharing those dates and times in the week to come, so you can sign up and hopefully participate in one of those. We'll try to give some different options of times in the day and days of the week. And I really hope you will do this because, friends, I want to show the world Jesus. So let's do it. Have a great day.